Hey guys, welcome to our Girlboss Academy training. I'm super excited to bring you some bomb content and really help those of you who are ready to take your business from kind of a new coach, still flailing around figuring it out, to really launching yourself to be able to reach more women just like you. And that's what the whole point of this training is. So let's get started. The first topic that I wanted to talk about was your why. And we get kind of freaked out when we hear this because we think that we have to make a why like everybody else. But the truth is your why is very personal. It's something that's going to drive you from, oh, this is just kind of like a fun thing I want to show up to when I feel like it, to no, this is truly meaningful. This is purposeful. It matters that I show up to being a coach every single day. So let me give you an insight as to where I started with this business, because often we look at coaches in the network and we think, how did they get there? Well, so when I started a challenge group, much like probably some of you, I just wanted to feel good about myself again. I was in a big rut with my health and fitness. I was at a plateau. I wasn't feeling good about myself. And so I joined a challenge group literally to spend more time with my friend. And hey, if I could lose 5 to 10 pounds, that's a bonus. 3 weeks into the challenge group, I loved Shakeology. It was something that I wasn't willing to give up anymore. And I knew that next month's shipment was about to go through on my credit card. And I just started as kind of a real world professional. So I didn't want to give up something I loved and I knew was good for my health. And I knew that it was important for my long-term kind of nutrition. But I didn't want to have that extra cost. So my friend invited me to go to an event, and that's something I'm going to talk about in part 2 of today's training. But when I went to this event, everything changed for me. I realized that my why was really to build a community of friends just like me, to have a bigger purpose in life. I kind of lost that community aspect when I moved to Atlanta because I had been in a college town for the previous 7 years. So I didn't have that many friends around. And I saw coaching as a way to reconnect with old friends, make tons of new friends, and have people surrounding me that had like-minded ideas about living a healthy and fulfilling life while still going out with friends and being social. And it grew from there. I mean, my why right now is much different than it was from day one. And it's something that's going to evolve and change from, month to month, honestly, to reevaluate for you. But your why's got to be deep. And there's nothing that's off limits for your why. It can literally be anything that's purposeful and meaningful in your life. Maybe that's, having some extra cash to go shopping for yourself each week without having to ask your spouse for it. Maybe it's to pay for a vacation for you and your family to go on next year because you haven't been able to travel anywhere. Maybe it's to have the vehicle of freedom of time in the future and have a goal to leave your full-time job. Or maybe it's just to offset your Shakeology. But it's gotta be purposeful. It's gotta be from the heart. It's gotta be something that, what happens when you help 3 people? What is your why then? Because a lot of new coaches come in thinking, oh, I just want to help people. Well, yeah, we all want to help people. That's definitely the basis of what we do as coaches. But what happens when you help 3 people get a transformation? What's going to drive you to keep showing up? It's got to be deeper than that. Is it financial? Is it freedom of time? Is it a vehicle to building something else in your life? I know one of my coaches wants to open a wine bar in the future, and that's something that her full-time job just can't pay for financially. But that why for me now is much deeper. It's to have that financial freedom for the long term, to not think twice about booking a plane ticket, to be able to pay off my student loan debts and not have to pay that bill every single month that hurts so bad. Those are the deep things that drive me, and they're not something that I'm just going to brush off when times get tough, because you're going to get messages that you probably are scared to answer, and you're going to hear negativity back because you're doing something outside of what normal people's comfort zone is, if there's a normal person, right? But you're pushing your limits and you're challenging the way that you live your life. And that's exciting and thrilling, but you have to have the meaningful purpose behind why you're doing it. It can't just be the how or the what. It has to be the inner, deep emotional connection to why you're going to do a power hour every day, to why you're going to hop on the team calls each week, to why you're going to continue to talk to people even when times get tough and you're stressful and busy and life just seems to hit you in the face. Because we all know consistency is the only thing that brings you success in this business, and you have to get real with your why from day one. So your homework today is to go live in this page and speak to your why. Be honest about it. If you've never gone live on Facebook, now's your chance to start practicing, because it's so much more relatable when you can get on and be confident and talk openly about the things you struggle with and the things that drive you and your big dreams. And when you start being open about that, everything else is going to come a lot more naturally, and people are going to connect with you, the ones that should be. So I can't wait to see your live videos today, guys. And remember, make it from the heart. Make it so much more than just helping people. And don't be afraid to be selfish with your why, because it should be from your heart. Can't wait to see your video, guys. And welcome to day one.